Good morning, everybody. As always, think positive. Today is a video about an effect that I saw on the Facebook group about the parallax effect. So, for people that don't know what the parallax effect is, it comes from physics, astronomy, geometry. It basically means the difference between how two points of view an object, depending on the angle that they're on, the distance that they're on, compared to the other point of view. So there's this example of two people looking at the sun that I saw a video about, and one person looking at the sun, but from his point of view, there's a tree to the right of the sun. There's another one that's also looking at the sun. I don't know why both of them are looking at the sun. They're gonna have some serious eye issues later. But the other person is looking at the sun, but in his case, that same tree is on the left. Okay? They're both looking at the same object, but because of that difference compared to the tree that they're looking at. So one of them is looking at the sun and it has the tree to the right of the sun. The other one has the tree to the left of the sun. That's called the parallax effect. The difference between how two points of view actually analyze the same object. Okay, that actually can be extended to something more things, but right now we're going to apply that same principle to a web page. So when you scroll down and up, well, actually not just down and up, but also left and right, um, everything moves according to my scrolling effect here. Okay, so everything moves the same way. Okay, nothing stays put, or nothing changes the behavior in regards to how it relates to me scrolling on the page. Okay, so you can actually see everything moves up and down, um, and that's what we want to change, so you can actually appreciate the parallax effect. Um, the simplest solution is what I'm about to teach you, so you don't have to put so much code into this. There's a lot of people that actually put a bunch of code. You don't need that. Okay. We're going to apply the parallax effect on this image because it's the thing that I have right now here. And then we're going to try to do it in another container like this one. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to right click here. Effect. Let me see what the name of it. Yeah, first container. So let me copy this. First container ID here. And we go to the backend. We go to settings, design settings, custom CSS head. We're gonna paste that there. Put the hashtag, tells the thing that it's an ID. Again, the hashtag tells my CSS code that this here is an ID. You can see here that it says ID equals first container. If it was class, then it would be a dot. I would put a dot here, like that. But since it's an ID, I do it like this. And what code it has. So basically it has everything correct that I was about to mention. So here we're only missing one CSS code, which is called background attach. We're gonna put that fix. What this means in CSS, it means avoid scrolling whatever uh, element I'm about to apply this to. In this case, the background one. Whenever the user, scroll on the page. That's what this means. Based on the code that I'm seeing here, this is literally the only thing that you need there, at least there. Okay. So once it's saved, there we go. I'm going to refresh. Remember, I'm scrolling like this. You can see that the image just stays put and scrolls along with me. If I refresh, this is what's going to happen. Oh, snap. You can see that now it looks good, looks awesome. If the position of the image you actually want to change it. And when I say the position, I mean where the position, the kid shows and parent and this thing here. That's what position, background position is for. So you can do like left. Here you can see I'm just gonna change a couple of them and see how the thing behaves. And depending on what I do here, the image tries to position itself in regards to that. Here you can also do this. Okay, so it's center left, center right. I do top, so the parent and the kid have more space. Just, I don't know. I like it like that. Um, there's other cases that you need to remember. For example, you have background repeat, no repeat. It means that if the image, I gotta remove this too, so you can actually appreciate what I'm talking about. If I remove background repeat and background size, you can actually see in the borders that the image starts repeating itself. So here's the lamp, yellow and black lamp, and you can see the yellow and black lamp here also. So you can see that the image is this size from here to here, and then it repeats itself. I can remove background repeat, but if I remove it, then this happens. You're basically telling the image, don't repeat yourself. Problem is, if the screen size is bigger than the image, then you'll get this effect, like this white area here, because the image can't repeat itself. To avoid repeating the image and also covering the area, you can remove background repeat and just say background size cover. Say cover, it means cover the whole area where you're at. So the background repeat, at least here, doesn't apply. It doesn't make sense. But that's just stuff that you actually need to take into consideration because there are other cases that it might apply for. So right now we have like a slider or just the image, homepage image, all awesome and nice. Now let's tackle that same image here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy this image, put that over here. Obviously, we want to also do that there. Boop. And we need to figure out what the parent container for all this is. So it is, yeah, it's homepage section 2. Remember, it's a class. And because it's a class, instead of a hashtag, we put a dot. We got our little dot there. This should actually work. If it doesn't work, I might need to add the no repeat or the background size cover. But at least the parallax effect, you should be able to see a parallax effect. Theory. Second, fresh. So there you go. Okay. But you're seeing something. For the people that have a keen eye there, they're seeing something weird here. What's happening? Oh my god, it's a monster. You can see that the image over here, you can see 4 images. The beginning of the bottom left corner of the image, the bottom right corner, the top left, top right, and the top left. So the image is repeating itself on the X axis and on the Y axis, horizontally and vertically. That's why you see it like this. We don't want that. So in this particular case, we want to add well, let's test what happens if I add we can add the no repeat, but I just want to see if I apply the cover here. We'll cover that full area and visually it would still look the same. If not, then I can just add the no repeat. Because what I'm trying to do is lower the amount of code that you need to put there because I'm lazy. So, okay, so now it looks nice. Okay, nice and neat. Obviously, you can put another image if you wanted to, for that particular case. But you can see that we're able to create a section where it shows that image. And if you have a little bit more imagination, you can see that this could be changed to something else that you could apply for the profile um, page of members, if they're premium members, for example. You can let the members, their cover image, for example. show us a parallax effect. Um, and others like photo albums and stuff like that. You can play around with that one, okay? Now, there's an issue here. Once you put an image there in the background, you get this, okay? So there's a couple of ways. I mean, you can try to change the color, theme colors, on the site, so they don't make it so dark because the image in the background is dark. Uh, there's there's multiple ways of you doing this, changing this. Okay, you can change it on the actual widget. You can change it on the design settings in the background. Look for that color. Just go ahead and change it. You can also reuse case the background colors that we use here. So let me see. We got background image. Pam 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 pam. Let's try to add some color on top of the image. So for this, we can use a normal color, but I want to introduce you to, because some other people have actually asked me for this, and we have actually applied it to partners that we have on to our software site. The linear gradient. Well, that's actually radial gradient too, but we're going to talk about the linear one for now. So linear gradient is, imagine instead of applying one color, you apply multiple colors. And they change from one to the other one, and you can even add transparency to those colors, and those colors could be merged with a background image, like in this particular case. Okay, so let's start adding the linear gradient here. Let me just put into this. Okay, so we're gonna linear gradients. I mean gradients in general. They have a degree. Right now we're using 0 degrees. That's to tell the system from which degree it's supposed to start showing the colors. Okay, and going from one color to the other one. Okay. Um, it's it. I'm gonna show you how that changes on the front. I'm also going to use RGB because I have no idea what the final colors are going to be. What I can tell you is I use RGB because it's the first number is red, green, blue. So again, red, green, blue here. Um, Also, because we're using gradients, we also tell how much of a percentage this color is going to take from the whole container. So we're just going to say 50% for now. Um, and let's add just another one. Same thing, okay? I'm not going to bend the wheel here. See, pam, param. Yep, save that. Go here and refresh, and you see what happened. Okay, so now I'm gonna play around with the colors. So when you have colors like this in the console, Google Chrome, Firefox, Edge, they offer you something called the color picker. So when you are like me, yeah, you suck at the front end level, well, at least compared to my other developers. Um, then what you do is you click here on the actual box where the color is. Then you have this color picker. So I'm just gonna select this color there, make it a little bit transparent, and then I'm gonna go here, select that one too. Now we have this beautiful render that looks nice and neat top part. By the way, let me just copy this. I'll put it here, but I want to show you all the things that you can do. So let me paste that there, save it, so at least we have it there. But you can go crazy also with the colors, because if you start changing this, you can see that what happens. You can go to the Fire Festival, whatever that is, and change colors like this. Oh, awesome. Oh, you have a green site and you want to do some green effects. Just start clicking on the colors like that, and you get more transparent. And then now they have some awesome things that you can offer your members in their cover photo, their actual public profile for events, maybe depending on the category of the event or the feature, then it has a different color. You can go crazy, okay? There's a lot of things that you can go about and change them to adjust to what you actually want to offer your members or what your site offers. So with this saved here, let's refresh. Let's see what we have. A nice parallax effect with, on top of it, a linear gradient color. I'm pretty sure I just covered a lot of people that actually asked about this. Not just the parallax, I mean, also these effects. If just in case, if you change the angle, let's change the angle here so you can see the degree part. If I start playing with this, you can see that the angle is now starting around here, okay? Wherever the angle is actually pointing to. Now it's going down, so now it's on the bottom left. So you're gonna see it more dark. And then now it's on the top left of the container. Now it's all the way at the top. Okay? You can see how the thing behaves, the angle. Let's change this to some different, very different colors. So you can appreciate what I'm talking about here. So you got yellow. Um, let's make it more yellow there. And now let's play with the angle. So you can see what's going to start happening with the colors. While I rotate the angle, the degrees, start changing the degrees, you can see what happens to the yellow, the purple, violet. Okay. If you're a developer and you know JavaScript, then you know that you can play around with this one. So the effect does this actually without the user doing anything. Or another cool one is you follow the mouse. So wherever the mouse goes, the angle changes according to that X and Y position of the mouse. So anyway, there's a lot of cool things that you can do here with programming. So with that said, I hope you liked the video. Think positive, and I tried to make the code as short and clean as possible for you, the BD owners. Okay, so big hugs and think positive.